This is LaManna calling from West Palm Beach, Florida, and I'm here with some great people that are visiting from Ohio, but not only are they friends, they're clients. Absolutely. This is Pat and Rachel.
Hello.
And they have just sold their business this past year, and I wanted to ask them a couple questions while they're visiting West Palm Beach, what their experience has been since they sold their business and how happy they are and so on. So from that, take it away, Pat.
Okay, so how happy am I?
So yeah, what your experience after the day you sold, what were your feelings?
I mean, freedom, absolutely. I think really just the sense of lightness that I wasn't bogged down by my everyday at work, and really that I can do anything. felt a little bit like, oh, got through that I can get through anything.
Well, what was the objectives? We had objectives when we first started out. And then once you achieve those objectives, it just seems like there's so much more after that date.
Oh, yeah.
So now, what does your future look? And by the way, I always talk about not only the career objectives, but the bonus of marrying Rachel during this time too.
Absolutely.
So that was an additional bonus.
Yes.
So what's the future look like after an acquisition? Does it look brighter? Is it less pressure? Is it open?
Yeah, open is very a very accurate word to use. It's
all the above.
All the above, yeah. Actually finishing the deal and being able to then look forward into what comes next and to feel like anything is possible because did that, sold the business, not having to worry about what felt like everything all the time, to kind of, I've said it so many times that I used to I felt like I had to check my phone 1,000 times a day because there was always so much that, I had to stay on top of, and now I don't have to stay on top of all of those things, and I think that that's kind of priceless, to feel like I can be present, and not just, if I'm in the past, if I was away from the shop, if I was away from work, that it was always something still on my mind, something that I had to be on top of, and now I don't have to, and I'm really happy about that.
Awesome. All right, so what about worries? What's keeping you up at night now that you've sold the business? Is anything keeping you up at night besides Rachel?
What's keeping me up at night? I mean, there's a lot going on in the world right now that can keep me up at night, of having people that I care about who maybe aren't in the best situations, and it is an odd year to have it be one of the biggest moments of my life, while there is one of the worst things in most people's life happening, and so I think that's something that keeps me up at night sometimes, but there's not a lot that keeps me up at night. Compared to before, I had a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of times where I just couldn't sleep. I'd wake up with something on my mind that I had to be ready to tackle the next day or something, and that is not the case anymore.
All right, last question for you, Pat. Any regrets?
No.
On selling the business?
No.
That's your answer.
Yeah, no regrets. I feel like there were a lot of considerations as to how I was going to exit the business, a wide range from just locking the doors and walking away, all the way to figuring out how to continue to ramp up the business and sell it, and going the route that I went, working with you especially. I wouldn't do it any different. It was a hard process. It was difficult. It took a long time, but it paid off. It was worth it. And I think that if anyone were in that position to try to figure out how to exit a business, or if you were looking to sell your business, do it the right way. Look out for all the right people so that you can sleep at night at the end of the deal and know that you went about it right and no regrets.
Awesome. Now, Rachel,
Yes.
one question. How is Pat different now than he was in the business, owning the business?
I have a term for him. When we'd take vacations, I would get to see Vacation Pat, where he's kind of carefree. He still had some worries about the business on vacations, but he was able to really let go, and now I get to see Vacation Pat all the time.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, Pat, Rachel, I appreciate your time to come visit us here in West Palm Beach
Absolutely.
in the month of November.
December.
It's December
Oh,
now.
I'm sorry, it's December.
Can't you tell it's so cold?
It's the holidays. Let's not think about Minnesota or Ohio, where we're both from. So, but anyway, thank you very much for visiting with us, and God bless you. And it was great working with you guys over time, and you're considered a very good friend. And as I mentioned before, you're the ideal client. You were open, you were honest, you cared about the people, you wanted things to be done right with integrity, and you left a great legacy. So thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you.